Hello, hello, good people. Hello. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for Saturday, December 17th, 2016, as the calendar continues to roll quickly toward the end of this year. I wanted to bring a little transparency to you this morning. So let me tell you, this, just word to the wise, if we allow others to believe this lie that we always got it going on, hey, Ganiguera, we always got it going on in our relationships, on the job, in our finances, in our spiritual walk. If we believe people, or if we allow people to believe that about us, we're setting ourselves up for hard times. Because, first of all, it's a lie. No one always has it going on in all areas of their life at all times. That's just not truth. And not only that, especially if you're in a position of leadership, you put yourself in a position of unapproachability. Because when people are hurting, when people are confused, when people's lives are in a shambles, they don't want to go to someone they believe can't understand what they're going through. If I am all jacked up, I'm not going to come to someone who doesn't understand, who won't understand me. And so, again, you put yourself in a position of being unapproachable, and that is a dangerous position to be in when you are in leadership. So something happened this past week with me. I was trying to share some wonderful news. It was just great. Now, you know I can get a little excited easily if I drink a lot of Exciterade. So I was pretty hyped up about this wonderful news. And I shared it with a friend, and it was as if they just swatted a fly. They completely ignored my good news and continued on with the conversation. And in my head, I was like, what in the world? So so I mentioned it again in the same conversation, and they completely ignored what was going on. So that bothered me. It bothered me a lot. And so I have checkers in my own life. I always tell you about, thank you, Ganiguera. I always tell you the importance of having an accountability partner. Well, I have several checkers in my life. So I went to vent to one of my accountability partners just to make sure, am I missing something? What is going on with that? Unavailable. I went to another person who I confide in with confidential matters, unavailable. So then I had to slow my roll. Okay. I traced the breadcrumbs back, and like I believe, everything rises or falls on leadership, even if it's self-leadership. When I traced it back, I recall it was an event several months earlier where I said something that was not very appreciated. It was true, but it was not very appreciated. And I think they're still holding on to that. The reason I'm bringing all of this up is there will be times in all of our lives where you better know how to encourage yourself. If you have to depend on others to pump you up, to lift you up, to prop you up, or you can't get going, you're going to be in a tight spot too often. What I have realized is that oxygen is like oxygen to the soul. We all need it. Sometimes it's going to have to come from yourself. People have, I think the vast majority of all people fall into two categories: an abundance mentality or a scarcity mentality. And those who have an abundance mentality recognize that there is enough joy, there's enough love, there's enough position, there's enough money, there's enough happiness and solid relationships out there for all of us. So they don't have to be upset if you get yours, because there's enough for them to go around. those who have a scarcity mentality realize, or believe anyway, there's not enough. So I'm fearful that if you get too much happiness in your life, if your relationships are too strong, if you're too successful on the job, if your finances are always straight, if you're solid spiritually, they can't get theirs. And when people feel boxed in and trapped as if there's not enough to go around, it will lead to jealousy, and they will try to take yours away from you, or they will try to knock you down a peg. There is enough of any and everything we need to go around. So if you find yourself being snippy or unable to rejoice with those who rejoice, check yourself. Check yourself. And look at how you're thinking. There is enough of everything we need to go around for all of us. And sometimes when you're not getting back what you need, you better have the ability to encourage yourself. Okay, go drink some Exciterade all by yourself. So I just wanted to share that this morning. It's not all about you. Some people do not have the ability to be happy with you, to share joy with you, to be excited for you. That's not always going to be the case. Don't you allow that to bring you down. Learn to encourage yourself. Okay, that is going to be it this morning. Thank you so much for all of you who joined me, especially my West Coast people. You are mighty early. I see you, sweetie. International viewers as well. Take real good care of yourself. Until we meet again.